G-Talk. So, I was just thinking. That's what I do. You ready? Are we really watching authoritarianism rise in America? Or is it just another overcooked clickbait headline from folks who think every flag-waving, self-proclaimed patriotic freedom fighter is a modern-day Mussolini in a MAGA hat? You go online and scroll for even 5 seconds and it's all, fascism is back. Democracy is dying. We've got a dictator for a president. Overblown? Maybe. Overdramatic? Possibly. But what if it isn't? And even more importantly, would we even recognize it if it were happening right in front of us? My friends, not every strongman rolls up in a squeaky wheel tank. Sometimes authoritarianism shows up in loafers. Flag pin on the lapel, Bible in one hand. Big Mac in the other. By the way, before we go any further, keep your eyes and ears open for a few classic warning signs. Let's just say if you start seeing and or hearing any of these that pop up, might be time to pay attention. Especially that one. That one right there. So today, my friends, we're going to break it all down. Not with hyperbole or fear-mongering or doom scrolling. Just facts and some real-world comparisons. And a little salt-bae sprinkle of G-Talk sass, baby. Let's go. That's what we're known for. We're going to stack modern-day America up against 3 regimes. You ready? Modern-day Russia. You know, Putin's power games. The tyrannical trio. Hungary, Turkey, Venezuela. And our own Red Scare remix. McCarthy much? The question shouldn't be, are we becoming authoritarian? No. It's, is anyone really paying attention? Are we repeating history or just rhyming badly? Are we sleepwalking into something serious, or are we already knee-deep and #hypnotized to even notice? Let's get to it, shall we? So let's start with the reigning heavyweight champions of autocracy. Yeah, Russia. Oh, not Cold War Russia with gulags and KGB spy movies and Dolph Lundgren. I'm talking modern day Russia. Putin's Russia. A place where democracy still technically exists. You know, just like Blockbuster still technically has a website. It's true. This isn't parades with missile launchers rolling down Moscow Main Street. It's tailored suits, gold-plated desk phones, and choreographed bear hunts for state TV. By the way, how many goals did you score in that charity game, Vladimir? And yeah, I guess they still have those parades with the missiles and everything. And they're a lot better than ours. Sorry, kids. Oh, and they still have elections. Just don't expect a surprise ending. You see, Putin didn't kick down the door and demand power with tanks and terror. He kind of just slid in. Legally. He built it. Strategically. One shirtless chess move at a time. He rewrote the laws. Handpicked the referees. Then shredded the rule book. And he sold some merch along the way too. He wrapped himself in a flag, framed dissent as betrayal, weaponized nostalgia, and convinced millions that only he could protect their children, their culture, and their country from the big bad outside world. Sound familiar? This is what we refer to as the blueprint. Call it Authoritarianism 101. And Putin? He's the keynote speaker. Or the professor or something. So what's actually in the blueprint to build a modern autocracy? Well, glad you asked. We'll start with undermining the courts, controlling the press, rewriting the Constitution, labeling critics as foreign agents, suppressing protests, stacking elections, just enough to call it a choice, stirring up nationalism like it's grandma's chili or babushka's borscht, banning dangerous content and doing it all in the spirit of good old patriotism or exceptionalism. Same thing. Sound familiar? Maybe. Maybe not. But here's what makes Putin's model so damn dangerous. It was slow. It was sneaky. But it was legal-ish. He didn't seize power in a coup. He just kept signing things. Executive orders, if you will, until democracy was legally obsolete. And here's the kicker. It worked. Not perfectly, but good enough. It worked good enough that a bunch of other regimes took notice and took notes. But we'll get to them in just a moment. My friends, just remember, authoritarianism doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it whispers. In national pride, sometimes it smiles from behind a podium, and sometimes it wears a suit and waves to the crowd after winning a nail-biting 99% of the vote. Election integrity, you ask? Right. Coming up next, what happens when other countries copy the blueprint? Spoiler alert, it spreads faster than a TikTok challenge. Get your buckets ready, kids, because this one's about to get real icy. Let's dive in, shall we? So I gotta admit, this next part is gonna be fun. It's chock full of dad jokes and real bad zingers. I'm warning you. But kids, pay attention to the underlying message. It's important. It's important. You ready? And by the way, I warned you. This one's gonna be bad. Let's go. So once Putin proved the blueprint actually worked, all the wannabe strongmen from all corners of existence started rolling out copycats like it was a buy one get one free dictator sale. Make sure to use coupon code FREEDOMB for 99% off. Yeah, you're the one left with the 1%. Get it? The wannabe dictators race to clone it faster than Gen Z cooking NyQuil chicken on TikTok. By the way, that's such a real thing I didn't even realize. ChatGPT told me. So you know it's either true or an amazing hallucination that I'm not going to try myself later. Let's pop some hoods, shall we, kids? Welcome to the AUTOcrat Showroom. Get it? I try. I warned you. First up, the Orban X7 right out of Hungary. Comes standard with a pro-natalist family values Christian exterior, factory installed vote rigging software, and censorship mufflers. You get the best in loyalty test tires, cord stacking suspension, and a GPS that only turns. Say it with me, kids. Right. Yeah, they got elections too, right after they pick the winners. And it's all yours for a steal. Guess who's doing the stealing? Up next, of course, we go to Turkey, baby. The Erdoğan V12 Turbo. Formerly a sleek crossover, now tricked out with a mass arrest braking system and protest smoke exhaust. It comes loaded with consolidated emergency power engine that never shuts off. A populist horn that plays nationalistic anthems on loop. It has all the basic features of that Orban X7, but with a more of a neo-Ottoman vibe. Oh, and if gas mileage is your thing, wow, I got something for you. Let me show you the Maduro diesel blackout, baby, straight out of Caracas, Venezuela. Comes standard with a cracked, disenfranchised dashboard, a broken and repressed gas gauge, and power steering that cuts mid-revolution. Any of these jokes hitting yet? I got a few more. It's got rubber stamp legislature, hyperinflation suspension, and black market tires. Same playbook, just with some economic collapse, a dash of oil, and a sprinkle of "don't ask any preguntas, bitch." Seriously. Shh. Silencio. Oh, crimes against humanity, you might ask? But of course, that's always standard. Oh, and you thought all of this was a them problem? Oh, no, no, no. Kids, we nearly rolled one of these puppies off our own lot. Yeah, you ready? Let me introduce the 54 McCarthy Patriot Cruiser. Comes fully loaded with a classic anti-communist American body, a paranoia-powered treasonous motor, and some civil liberties recall issues because, man, they can't all be gems. Factory blacklist detector, loyalty oath seatbelts, and a radio tuned permanently to Red Scare AM. Oh, you won't find evidence of any of this or evidence of anything at all. Just take my word for it. Because yours will get you imprisoned or deported. We good? Proudly made in the USA, baby, because patriotism never felt so archaic. Oh, and America test drove it in the 50s and almost steered democracy right off a cliff, but I digress. You see, the guys completely rewrote the rules, man. They rigged the game. They bought out the refs. They just made it all benefit them. It was ridiculous. Kind of like naming your kid after a Wi-Fi password. Makes sense to them, but leaves the rest of us staring blankly, wondering what the hell just blew up. Oh, is that a Tesla on fire? Notice the pattern? Same frame, same engine, different paint job. Power comes standard. Freedom sold separately. Up next, we pull into America's driveway and check what's really under our hood. Buckle up, kids. This ride might get a little rough. Let's roll. So I was just thinking, again, what if freedom isn't lost all at once? What if it erodes gradually until one day you wake up and realize the door was never locked? You just stopped trying the handle. You see, authoritarianism doesn't always come wrapped in barbed wire and banned books. Sometimes it's dressed in convenience, branded as protection, sold to you in monthly installments with zero interest until your voice no longer accrues any value. In the US, we tell ourselves, it can't ever happen here, right? Right? We've got checks and balances, free press, free speech, and a Bill of Rights, duh. We also have a government that can monitor your location, seize your data, freeze your bank account, and detain you at the border when agents discover anti-American propaganda on your phone. Good luck. So yeah, maybe it's not authoritarianism in jackboots. Maybe it's compliance in khakis. You see, the power of the modern autocrat isn't in their control. It's in their ability to provide comfort and convincing the public that they're still free, so long as they don't wander too far off the app and provided they didn't actually read the terms and conditions but still click that button anyway. So ask yourself, when was the last time you voted in a local election? Seriously. When was the last time you actually questioned the narrative from your side? When was the last time you listened, not to respond, but to understand? We point at Putin. We laugh at Orban. We shake our head at Maduro and Erdoğan. We try to pretend that McCarthy never ever existed. Who is he? But how many autocrat parts from the historical showroom have already been installed right here at home? Yeah, maybe this isn't Putin's Russia. Maybe it's not Orban's Hungary, or Maduro's Venezuela, or that other dipshit from Turkey. And maybe, just maybe, we haven't crossed that line yet. Truth is, democracy doesn't end in a bang. It ends in a branding deal. And the more we mistake performative politics for participation, well, the closer we get to confusing comfort for freedom. So my friends, ask yourself, not whether it could happen here, but rather, would I even notice if it did? Apologies again for the bad dad jokes. I just couldn't resist. And neither should you. Because resistance isn't, what's the word? Non-compliance. It's called freedom. I'm done thinking. Hopefully, you've just started. My friends, keep thinking. Keep talking. And for the love of democracy, don't ever stop checking under that hood. God bless. Talk soon.